I'm going to read what President Trump just posted here. I have to assume this is accurate. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end of the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful. On the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will, I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel, God bless Iran, God bless the Middle East, God bless the United States of America, and God bless the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. This is what he's just posted, so I'm reading it raw. Could be very interesting. Very interesting. You know, folks, we're going to talk about what's taken place here for 12 days and over the weekend, our fantastic military and commander-in-chief. Why we could talk about this, because it's very, very important. But it's also important that we understand that there is a crazed bunch of truly sick people who seek to steal the movement from Donald Trump and you, the 77 million people who voted for him. And the radical left media are promoting them and pushing them and telling us they're consistent and they're principled when they're not mocking them, calling them names, and laughing at them. You see, they don't want us to win the next election. They don't want us to win the next election, so they're going to promote these people. There's a guy, Kobe Hall at Media. I told you he's a coward. We wanted to have a chat with him based on the last sleazy thing he wrote, but he wouldn't. It's okay. So he's telling us today, yeah, this Marjorie Taylor Greene is bat-ass crazy, but she's the most principled among MAGA. See what I mean? All these radical left sites and news organizations. It's not just her. But you look at the background of these people and the things that they've said. That no American was killed by Iran. That was her latest 5-watt light bulb comment. A few years ago, she basically denied the Holocaust, and she had to apologize. This is a very sick woman. Not just another pretty face, I might add. And here I don't stop. I don't stop. You got this guy, Matt Gaetz. I didn't know a lot about Matt Gaetz. He's a good debater, was very good in these committees. Then I made the mistake of looking at that report that was released about this guy, Mr. Producer. He's a certified pervert. It's unbelievable. Now, I'm not going to post it. You can go do all your Google work all you want. Then you got a guy who calls his podcast The War Room and calls everybody else a warmonger. I remember when he joined the conservative movement from Hollywood. Yes, a blunderbuss. Now, his fantastic career is also all over the internet for you to investigate yourselves, if you care. I'm only going to spend a few minutes on this. Whether it's charities and his pleading of guilt. And he thinks that Fox, Hannity, Kayleigh McEnany, who's now taken leave to have a baby girl, and I, among others, should be investigated because we support Israel. So I'm publicly calling for his investigation based on his relationship with Communist China. Go ahead, look it up. You'd think he'd be a little bit more supportive of Donald Trump at a time like this, given the fact that Trump pardoned his ass, and it's a big ass. But no. Then you have Qatarlson out there. You know what he did today, Mr. Producer? He praised Qatar. Praise Qatar. The Israelis have defeated the Iranian army, destroyed it, destroyed their air force, their navy, destroyed the whole damn thing, took out all of their senior officials, military officials, all of them, their senior intelligence officials, their top nuclear scientists. We took out, permanently I hope, the nuclear sites, for which we praise and support Donald Trump and what he's done. While the people I just mentioned were trashing Donald Trump at a time when he deserved our support because they don't have faith in him. Now, they interview each other, and they post each other's interviews, and there's really quite a small following, quite frankly. And the radical left media love it. They sit there, they aggregate, they put up hysterical headlines because they want their clicks and all the rest of it. We keep it real here. Real here. Making sure the Islamo-Nazi terrorist regime in Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons was a priority. And the President of the United States took care of that. That's a big deal. It is a huge deal. It'll be remembered forever, as long as it holds. All the lies about a regional war, it's amazing. Virtually every Arab country today has denounced Iran because of the phony reputation-saving, quote-unquote, firing of missiles that we, the United States, the Israelis, the Iranians, and others agreed that they should do. Crazy, isn't it? It's amazing. None of this would be happening but for the Israelis and Donald Trump. None of this would be happening but for Netanyahu and Donald Trump. None of it. Now, these people I just mentioned, they have the same belief system as Tlaib when it comes to these issues. The same belief system as Omar when it comes to these issues. The same belief system as the most radical, leftist, Marxist, Islamist elements in our country. The blame of America First crowd. The blame the Jews in Israel crowd. And yet Israel and Donald Trump and the greatest fighting force on the face of the earth, the United States military, has ensured, at least for a period of time, peace by taking out those nuclear sites. Peace. Regardless of the people I just mentioned, what I call the Iran supporters, regardless of the media that plays them in order to undermine our president and in hopes of destroying us in the next election. It's funny when you look at who your allies and supporters are. For the reprobates I just mentioned, it's the most radical elements in the Democrat Party and the most radical ideologues in the country. Not to mention the liberal media and their entrails like media. That's the truth. They didn't elect Donald Trump. Donald Trump elected Donald Trump. You elected Donald Trump. That's the truth, too. So we have a ceasefire. I hate this word ceasefire. I really do. The president hated it a few days ago, too. What's needed now is this, in my humble opinion. Iran should be forced to sign a surrender document, unconditional surrender. They lost their nukes. They've lost their air force. They have no ground-to-air protection. China didn't step in. Russia didn't step in. Not a single Arab country stepped in. The supreme Nazi is hiding in a bunker, much like Adolf Hitler did. Adolf Hitler wasn't thrown a lifeline. He wasn't thrown in a lifeline. He was going to be killed, so he committed suicide. I'm very much interested in seeing how this plays out. I really am. Because what does an agreement look like? Does that mean the supreme Nazi survives? Does that mean the regime survives? I guess so. If you understand the Islamist mindset, most of the people who talk do not. The nitwittery have no idea about the Islamist mindset. The war room. You know, he actually reminds me of that guy in Deliverance. Who was that guy in Deliverance? Beatty. What was his name? Can you Google that while I'm talking to you, Mr. Producer? Okay. Let's look that up. That's who he really reminds me of. Except his hair is longer. You know, he looks like a hippie. But nonetheless, while he's picking on Kayleigh McEnany, isn't that sweet? Who's a sweetheart. Because he doesn't like her opinion. Marjorie Taylor Greene has to be one of the dumbest people to ever serve in the House of Representatives. The stupidity that comes out of that woman's mouth is hard to imagine. The Iranians didn't kill any Americans. Just stupid. Which is why they want to promote her. Or Carlson on a day like this. Shouldn't he be praising the president and the prime minister of Israel for what they've achieved? No, he praises Qatar. Hence his name, Carlson. Then we have Matt Gaetz, who's really destroyed his career, destroyed himself. But what do you expect? No wonder he didn't want that report to come out. This guy is officially certified one of the biggest perverts. In my humble opinion, just my opinion. I went back and looked. Holy mackerel. Wow. Just a very strange group. Great piece by Rich Lowry. National Review by this guy, Dave Smith. A comic. You gotta check that out. So they're there. But here's the thing. There are millions and millions of you. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of brilliant writers and commentators who lay out the case for freedom in the Constitution, for our own country's national security, for border security. I bring them to you often, whether it's on this program, on television, or on Blaze. Rational people, not grifters, not sloganeers, morons and worse. That's what we do here. We don't call our show The War Room. The War Room. We don't praise Qatar today. We praise the American military and our commander-in-chief and our allies, the Prime Minister of Israel and the Israeli military. A fantastic alliance that has achieved an enormous, enormous amount in 12 days. You know who knows this? President Trump. He knows this.